Hi, today's sequence is called Twisting for Detoxification. Anytime we practice yoga poses that involve twisting, we can actually detoxify and cleanse our internal organs. The same way in which you wring out dirty water from a sponge so that you can make space for the sponge to absorb the clean water. When we're twisting in our poses, we're actually compressing on the internal organs. And as we release our body from the twist, we're making room for the organs to absorb all the clean, oxygenated blood. This can help with energy as well as promoting healthy digestion, and twisting can help maintain the range of motion and the length of your spine. So all you need for today's practice is a yoga block or a small firm cushion. So let's go ahead and get started with our twisting. Begin standing at the top of the mat in mountain pose with a block or a cushion set up directly in front of the feet, arms hanging at your sides. On an inhale, reach up overhead, and as you exhale, rotate to the left, only from the waist up. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, rotate right, arms open, opening the chest, still directing the hips forward the whole time. So we're isolating the rotation from the waist up. Continue a few more of these, exhaling on the opening and inhaling on the overhead reach. Gazing over the shoulder, maybe going a little further each time. Opening right, hips directed forward. Inhale and bring the hands to prayer. Exhale down into a forward fold. Use a block or cushion here if you'd like, placing your right hand on the block, bending the right knee, opening up to your left as we open the chest, still directing the hips forward, chest open. Release the left hand back to the block or the floor, bending the left knee, opening up to the right. Rotating to the right only from the hips to the shoulders. And right hand back down. You can move the block to the right, hands to the mat, step back with the right leg, settling the right knee onto the mat. You can place the block under the right hand, rotate open left. Just taking a few breaths here. Make sure the left knee stays aligned over the left ankle as we lift up into an open twist. Inhale, reaching overhead, and then exhale, opening to the left. Just like you did in the standing position, only adding a little bit more balance. Opening left, looking over that left shoulder. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, twisting maybe a little bit further. Inhale, reach up, and then release the hands back down to frame the left foot. Lift the right knee, step back to plank. Option to stay on the feet, or you can lower to the knees here. Lowering down into chaturanga, all the way down to your belly, tops of the feet on the mat, lifting the chest to a cobra. Tuck the toes under. Press back to your downward facing dog. Take a moment to pedal out the feet. Now open the feet about the width of your mat and take a small step forward with both feet. So we're closing in the down dog. Reach your right arm underneath and diagonally across to reach the outer left ankle. Send your gaze under the left armpit as we pull the chest open to the left. Return the right hand back and then reaching left hand back for the outer edge of the right ankle, gazing under the right armpit, pulling the chest open to your right. Return the left arm back to the front and open the down dog back up, sending the right leg up in the air, bending the right knee, tuck it under the belly and the chest. Bring that right knee across the chest toward the left elbow. Inhale as we press back to three-legged dog, bend, bring across on the exhale. Inhale, press back to three-legged dog. This time bringing the right leg straight through, stepping top of the mat, left foot steps in, sinking the hips into chair pose, reaching forward, and then bring the hands to prayer, thumbs in front of the chest. Now rotate to your left, hooking that right elbow on the outside of the left leg. Notice how that right knee wants to drift forward, so try to keep the right knee in line with the left knee, keeping the weight on the heels, dropping into the hips, opening the chest, and return back to center. Next, we'll stand facing the long side of the mat. Place your block or cushion in front of the feet, coming into wide-legged stance with the toes turned outward, hands on the hinges of your hips, leaning back on an inhale. Exhale, hinging forward into a wide-legged forward fold. Right hand on the mat or the block, keeping the legs straight. Rotate the left arm open to the left. You can always reach the right arm over toward the left foot, or even grabbing the outer left ankle or a little bit higher up on the left leg. Whatever feels good. Chest is open to the left, hips are square, bringing that left arm back down to wide-legged forward fold. Repeating that on the right side, hand on the block or the mat, opening up to the right, and walking the left hand over closer to the right foot, or even grabbing the outer right ankle or a little bit higher up on that right leg. Return the right hand back down to wide-legged forward fold. Let's gently round back up and bring the feet in slightly closer, toes still turned outward. Hands on the thighs, place a bend in both knees, dropping down into goddess squat. Hinge forward and cave in through the right shoulder. Come back to center, caving in through the left shoulder. Center. Exhale as we cave in with the right shoulder, opening the chest to the left. Inhale, center. Exhale, opening the chest to the right. Inhale, center. And slowly come up from your squat. Now let's try all that on the other side, placing the block to the top of the mat, standing mountain pose. Inhale, reaching up overhead. Exhale, rotating left. Chest faces the left, hips are facing forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rotating right. Inhale, reaching high. Exhale on the rotation. Inhale, reach. Exhale, rotate right. And hands to prayer. Inhale, pressing up. And then exhale, forward fold, swan dive. Set the left hand on the block or the mat in front of the feet. Place a bend in the left knee, open up to the right, keeping the right leg straight. You can even settle the left hand to the outer edge of the right foot for a deeper stretch. And bring the right arm back down to forward fold. Now settling the right hand in front of the feet on the block or the mat, bending the right knee, rotating open left. The chest facing the left wall. You can place the hand on the outer edge of the left foot. Bringing the hands back down. Move the block off to your left and step back with the left leg. Settle the left knee to the mat. You can place the block under the left hand. Rotating open to your right. Chest is facing the right, hips facing forward, lifting up to a low lunge. Inhale, reaching overhead. Exhale, rotating right. Inhale, reach. Exhale, always exhaling on the rotation, and think of lengthening the spine on your inhalation. Bring the hands back to frame the right foot. You can move the block. Lift the left knee, step back to plank, staying on the feet or lower to the knees. Lowering into chaturanga. lifting the chest to cobra, or you can lift to upward facing dog. Tuck the toes, pressing back to downward facing dog. Pedaling the feet, stepping the feet wider about the width of your mat, and taking a small step forward with both feet. Left arm reaches under the body across to grab the outer edge of the right ankle, gazing under the right armpit. Release the left hand back. Right arm reaches across, grabbing the outer edge of the left ankle, or you can always reach up a little higher on the leg if needed. Settle the right hand back. Come back to a nice aligned downward dog, sending the left leg up, bending the left knee, tucking it under the chest and belly. Bring that knee across toward the right elbow. Inhale, press back to three-legged dog, bend across to the right elbow. Inhale, send the leg back, bend the knee, and just step it forward toward the top of the mat. Right foot steps in, and reaching up as we drop into chair pose once again. Bring the hands to the chest for prayer. Nice big twist to your right, hooking that left elbow on the outer right thigh. This time, making sure that left knee doesn't drift forward ahead of the right. Keeping the weight on the heels, chest open. Slowly return back to center. Now coming down to the mat for some seated stretches. Extending both legs, shake them out, and place a nice bend in the left knee, crossing the left foot over the right extended leg, bringing the lower right leg in close to the body. Sitting up nice and tall, right arm reaches up. As the right elbow pulls down, start rotating to your left, hooking that right elbow on the outer left thigh, gazing over the left shoulder, keeping the left wrist as close to the tailbone as you can, lifting on the inhale, rotating on the exhale. Now send your gaze over the right shoulder. Chest is rotating one direction and neck is rotating another. And go ahead and slowly release out of the twist. Shake out the legs. And placing a slight bend in the left knee. Reaching the right arm forward, flip that right palm, grabbing the outer edge of the left foot. We'll lift that left foot, we can keep that knee bent, and rotate open to your left. We can straighten the left leg, or we can keep it bent, looking over that left shoulder. And slowly return back to center. Now facing forward in the center of your mat, seated in cross-legged with the left leg in front of the right. Nice little twist to your left, reaching that right hand on the outer left knee, gazing over the left shoulder. Now flipping the right palm, continue looking over the left shoulder, lengthening and rotating. Rotate back to the front. This time crossing the right foot in front of the left, and a nice twist to your right. Left hand hooking on the outer right leg, flipping that left palm, gazing over the right shoulder, lengthening and rotating. Come back to center. Now swing the legs out in front of you, and this time bending the right knee, crossing the right foot over the left leg. If you'd like, bring the lower left leg in close to the body, reaching the left arm straight up and pulling the left elbow down and across the body, hooking that elbow on the outside of the right leg. Right arm is close to your backside, and we're twisting to the right, looking over the right shoulder. Lifting on the inhale, twisting on the exhale. Now gaze over the left shoulder. Go ahead and slowly ease out of the pose, extending both legs. place a slight bend in the right knee, reaching the left arm straight ahead and grabbing the outer edge of the right foot. Sit up nice and tall, open the right arm to reach behind you. You can lift the right leg, you can keep it bent or extend it, gazing over the right shoulder. Opening up through the right side of the chest and return back to center. Swing the legs around, coming into tabletop pose. Inhale as you lift the chest and hips. Exhale, rounding the spine. Inhale, lifting the chest and hips, and exhale, rounding for cat-cow stretch. Return back to a flat back. Center your left hand under the chest. Widen the knees and place the right hand behind the head, opening up the chest to the right side and then bringing the elbow back down and tucking it under the left arm. Inhale as you reach up, opening the right side of the chest, tucking the elbow down and through to the left side. Inhale, opening, and return the right hand back to the mat. Now center the right hand, bring the left hand to the back of the head, opening up through the left side of the chest, rounding and tucking the left elbow. Inhale, opening. Exhale, rounding and tucking. One more time. Inhale, opening the chest to the left. Exhale, return back to center. Swing the legs around, facing forward on your mat, and we're going to have some fun with this pose called half lotus, extending the left leg and propping the right foot on the left thigh. Bring that right foot up as close to the hip as you can. Now begin rotating to your right, hooking the left hand on the outer right knee and walking the right hand behind your backside, possibly reaching for the right foot or the right toes, maybe just wrapping the arm as far back behind you as you can. Return back to center. Uncross, now extending the right leg, prop the left foot on the right thigh and bring that left foot up as high toward the hip as you can. Start rotating to your left, hooking the right hand on the outer left knee and start reaching that left arm around your backside. Maybe the back of the hand is against the lower right spine. Try reaching for that left foot, toes, or even the heel, and return back to center. Swing the legs around to the front, have a seat in the very center of your mat. Lower down onto your backside, give both knees a gentle hug. Release the right foot to the mat and extend the right leg, hugging the left knee in toward the belly. Reach the left arm out to your side. Use the right arm to draw the left leg across the midline of the body, keeping the left shoulder blade flush against the mat, creating space from the left side of the chest to the outer left hip. Feeling that stretch in the lower spine. And gently come back to the center. This time extend the left leg, hugging the right knee in toward the belly. Reach the right arm out to the right, palm down, and use the left arm to draw the right leg across the midline of the body, keeping the right shoulder blade flush against the mat. You can gaze over the right shoulder to complete the twist, whatever feels comfortable. Come back to center. Give both knees a hug, lift the chin to the chest, rock it up to a seated position. Coming into cross-legged or easy pose. Finishing up our sequence with some neck rolls. Dropping right ear to the right shoulder, chin to the chest, left ear to left shoulder, chin to chest, right ear to the right shoulder, chin to chest, and left ear to the left shoulder, chin to chest. Inhale, reaching the arms overhead, bringing the hands together. Exhale, hands to prayer. Namaste. I hope that you enjoyed this twisting sequence, and thank you so much for joining me today. Please consider clicking on the subscribe button so that you can be notified anytime I create a new video. And feel free to click the like button or to share this video with a friend. See you next time.